Hello, pirates! So, as some of you have seen, I've been making coin rings as a hobby lately. And some of you have asked me to make a little video to demonstrate how I do it. Here's all the tools across my workbench. I got these all for about $100 from a guy at work. So it's probably about $1,200 worth of tools. So I kind of lucked out big time. I am learning the process. I have not perfected it yet, but I'm getting better. So I'm going to show you all how to make a coin ring. You start with a quarter. This right here is a, look at that, a 1997 quarter, first year of Pyrofest. Coincidence? Eh, probably not. So what you do, this is your hole punch mechanism right here. So this right here is a stopper for the hole punch itself. You put that in the bottom of the hole punch. Now your quarter goes in here. Look at that. Kind of jiggles around a little bit. It's hard to center. That's why we have these handy dandy little spacers. Quarter fits perfectly in the spacer. Bam. So you put that in the hole punch. Put the quarter in. Put the cap on. And drop that on in there. And you're going to hear about 2 to 4 good whacks with this bad boy right here. That's what you use to punch the hole. I'll be right back. There we go. There's the part of our quarter that got punched out. I'm going to drop that in my little bucket right there. And there's our spacer. And there's our quarter with a hole punched in it. Let's see if it'll come off. Sometimes they come right off, sometimes they don't. And if this doesn't come off in about 10 seconds, oh, hey, there we go. I was going to stop the video and come back to it, but hey, we're good. I lucked out this morning. So we're going to put this in our box just so we don't lose it. I got a couple tools strewn about here. I should probably put those all in the box just so I don't lose it. And okay. Now comes probably the single most important part of the whole process. I apologize for not being in frame the whole time. I want you to see the tools, not so much me. So, we take out our blowtorch. This process is called annealing. This is where you heat up the quarter to make it more malleable, so you can shape it however you need to shape it. Unlike steel, which will harden when you dip it in cold water or room temperature water, the coins themselves do not harden. They'll stay malleable even after you cool them. So this process right here is very, very important. So what you do is I got my little copper tongs here, and turn on our blowtorch. It takes about 30 seconds, sometimes less, for the quarter to heat up. You want to get it just to the point where it's glowing. And she's starting to heat up. And there it goes. It's now glowing red. Dip it in our pickling juice, in our water to clean it off. And it's already cool enough to touch. Now this is where we're going to start the process of turning it into an actual coin ring. You want the side you want to be on the outside of the ring to face down in this. This is a die block. This is what you use to start the shape of the ring. Let's see, the 1997 is going to be facing down. This has various holes in it, all shaped different sizes, specifically shaped different things. That one just happens to be the perfect size for a quarter. These right here are little plastic nylon balls that we use to start the cone shape of our coin ring. It doesn't take much pressure. This is a 2-ton block, but as you can see, I can apply very little pressure and boom. That's all there is to it. We now have the start of our coin ring. You notice the ball's kind of stuck in there a little bit. We're going to fix that here in just a second. This is the initial shaper. This is the secondary shaper. There is actually a technical name for this. I cannot remember what it's called at the moment. Actually, I think I'm going to go down a size. Yeah, there we go. That way the coin doesn't get misshaped. We're actually going to punch the ball all the way through the quarter. Boom. There we go. So now we have a nice, pretty cone shape to our quarter. This is again where it's going to start the actual turning into a ring. This right here is a ring stretcher. You drop it on top of there. Oh, you know what? I actually need to make my hole just a little bit bigger because it's not quite big enough to go over the top of this bad boy. So we're going to stretch it out just a little bit more. So we go up a size in a ball, drop it in here, and we're going to make that hole just a little bit bigger. Now this one will take some pressure because we're actually stretching the ring. We're physically stretching the ring. There we go. And now it's going to go on top of here. There we go. This right here, single most important tool. This is a ring stretcher / reducer. This thing right here will normally cost somebody between $300 and $500. And what you do is we're stretching the ring. We're going to give it that nice flat shape instead of the cone. I'm stretching it right now. Now normally this would be bolted to the table. I have not gotten to that point yet. So right now you're going to see me struggling just a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm shaping this ring and stretching it at the same time. And what we're going to do is, the most common ring size out there is between 10 and 11. I myself have about size 14 fingers. They're freaking huge. We are not going to make this ring that big. We are going to make this ring about a size 10 and a half. Right now it's sitting at about a 9 3/4. So let's stretch it out just a little bit further, give it more of a shape. There we go. Now you can see it's starting to actually look like a ring. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to use my die block again. We have kind of a flare going on right here. I don't like that flare, so we are going to reduce it down. Let's find a hole. See, it's actually bigger now than the original hole we put it in. So what we're going to do is put it right here. And we're going to get rid of, actually, you know what? I'm going to use a different technique on this one. I like the rounded edges on the rings a little bit, not so much the flat look. So for this one, I'm going to go for a rounded edge. And again, we go back to our ring stretcher and reducer. What this is going to do is actually shape the ring to have a curved edge on it instead of a flat edge. So what you do is you find a hole where the ring fits and you give it a press. The inside of this is actually a rounded edge. There we go. I'm going to start getting rid of that cone shape. Now because we pushed it down flat, we're going to go one size down. And this is where the reducing part of the ring goes, to where you actually get the size you need to go. We're going to do one side, that's the cone side. There we go. Then we're going to flip it over and do the other side and give it that shape we want. And there we we go. Now the ring at this point should start having the look we want. It's looking really good. It's still a little flat. I like it to look just a little bit more rounded. So we're going to go, let's see, yeah, there we go. I'm going to call that. Got a nice shape. We're sitting at a size 9 3/4 right now. You know what? That's a good size. That's a very good size for a ring. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pickle it again. This is actually an acid bath solution. Very, very light. It can touch your skin and not burn you, but I wouldn't recommend leaving it on there. Wash it off. Now, normally, after the punching process, it leaves some burrs on the inside, but this is a really clean punch. I'm feeling along the edge of that. There is nothing sharp. Nothing that feels like it's going to cut. I got one small little flare up. I'm going to see if I can handle right here. I'm not going to apply much pressure. I just want to, there's just this little lip that was the part of the outside of the coin. I just want to get rid of that lip just so the ring has a really nice professional finish to it. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Alright, now what we're going to do was probably the messiest but easiest process of the entire thing. Everybody wants a good, nice, shiny polish to their ring. So you take just a little bit of this polish, cover the whole ring inside and out, because we have detail on the inside of the ring as well. It's just not it's not just the outside. So alright, we got a nice layer of polish on there, and this is a Dremel. This is a tool I've had since the mid-90s. Never had to have it repaired, never had to have it looked at. It's just always worked. I got a polishing tip on it, and we're literally just going to polish this ring up. Make it nice and shiny. You can usually do 2 or 3 layers of polish if you want your ring to have that extra shine. We're just going to do 1 layer. It's going to give it kind of an old antique look. I mean, it is a 1997 quarter, so it's been around for 20 years. This part right here goes pretty quick. You want to get the outside of it, outside edge. The ring actually starts to get a little hot during this process, but I've been building up calluses on my fingers, so it's not feeling too bad. And we're going to do the 1997, shine that part up real good so it's visible. There we go. And then last step, wipe all your polish off. Oh yeah, that's got a really nice patina to it. That's a beautiful ring right there. Here we go. I'll post a picture of the ring up at the bottom of this video because I know you can't see it very well right now. And I'll tell you what, I'll give this ring away to somebody in the comments. No contest, no nothing like that. Just let's see who wants it more. Again, this is a 1997 quarter, so first year Pirate Fest. Sorry, let me get in frame there. So there you go, Pirates. You have yourself a coin ring. That whole process took what, about 10-15 minutes? Not even that. A real professional can do that whole thing in about 3 minutes. So thanks very much. We'll talk to you later. Bye.